For 75 years, it has set the standards for quality, for performance, for engagement of its people, and for contributions to the greater Akron community. In 2024, Steere Enterprises, a third-generation family business, celebrates its founding, its growth, and its future. In 1945, on Victory Day in Akron, the city was awash in celebration. Thousands gathered to mark the end of World War II, the end of 2 decades of austerity that began with the Great Depression. Akron was again a city of opportunity. Growing up on a cattle farm in Michigan, Frank Steere earned a degree in chemical engineering from the University of Michigan. He moved to Akron to take a job with B.F. Goodrich, selling vinyl resins, an emerging field of plastics, and a product that saved lives during the war.
Vinyl had been used in insulation because it was non-flammable. It was used on bombers during the war. If there was a fire someplace on the plane, the rubber insulation would transmit to other parts of the plane, So it was, its non-flammability was very important.
In 1949, married with a 1-year-old son, Frank quit his job at Goodrich and started his own business in his Greenwood Avenue home.
He had no customers, he had no products, and so if you go to business school and you were to put Frank Steere's story in front of a bunch of students, they'd go, this is a sure failure.
What I always remember about my grandfather is how much he cared about the common person, the everyday man. He always cared about the community and doing for others before himself. Ultimately, our company came about because of Akron. He was introduced to plastics through Akron. So Akron is the backbone of not only our company, but our family.
He had such a presence with people, whether it was in the boardroom or the factory. He relied on every employee and was thankful that they showed up to work. There was a deep loyalty and bond that he had, which we feel is still part of our culture today and makes people love working here.
Steere Enterprises started in Frank's kitchen, using a regular mixer and 2 hot plates. He turned them into a rudimentary production oven to cure the plastics he was producing. Ruth Steere always supported Frank, despite concerns that he might burn down their house.
My mom had just incredible optimism, and that was just who she was. In a naive way, she goes, Frank, don't worry, it's gonna work out. It always did.
Frank's first customer wanted vinyl coating on stainless steel nuts and bolts. After an order for 200,000 dip-molded pieces, he moved out of the basement to the back of a leather shop on Canal Street in downtown Akron. His first big success was the dip-molded vinyl coin purse known as Quick Coin. In the 1950s, Steere made over 50 million coin purses. The product line expanded to vinyl grips for bicycles and for lawn and garden tools. In the 1960s, Steere began producing dip-molded seatbelt sleeves for the automotive market. Bill Steere was climbing the corporate ladder of retail business in New York City. His father called, and Bill realized that opportunity was beckoning back home in Akron.
We were just a job shop. Our team said, we've got to come up with something unique, something that differentiates us. And we found out that they were having warranty problems with the ducting, that these ducts were coming apart from the clamps, and so we developed some technology to join ducts together via an injection overmolding process.
Innovation is in our DNA, so at any given time we have 10 to 12 innovation initiatives going on. The way we make, design, and build parts is what separates us from the typical molder out there. And at our size company, to compete against some of the biggest companies in the world to supply Fortune 500, you have to have the best technology. We think that we make the best air induction systems in the world.
I think we've just never looked back. We realize that we got to keep innovating and keep coming up with new technologies. That's what's kept us competitive and in business, and that engineering, brand that we've created is impressive.
As the new century began, Steere began working on complex, high-pressure assemblies and established a standalone machining business. And although Steere's products and processes have changed, and the world of business has changed, what remains the same are the core principles inspired by the founder in 1949 that have remained constant.
Relationships will make you or break you. You can have the greatest product, the greatest technology, but if the customers don't like you, they're going to find ways to work with somebody else.
They know that we're going to bring a family business atmosphere. If there's a quality situation, we're going to have our people at the plant the next day. And so we treat our customers like family, just like our employees, and that's what's made us successful in our niche.
Our country almost collapsed financially. General Motors and Chrysler went through bankruptcy.
We've been through the oil embargoes, we've been through recessions, we've been through the '08 downturn, we've been through COVID. We've been through it all. And if you don't run a conservative business in automotive, you're not going to be around through all those things.
You learn a lot about resilience during those tough times.
Because we're an automotive company, we've lasted the test of time. Let's put the Steere brand on the next generation of vehicles or parts, whatever they may be.
The scorecard of your culture is your people and how long they've worked for you. And I think that's just a testament to some of the individuals that have been here not 10, 20, but 30, 40, even high 40 plus years with us. And that continues down today.
Statistically, only 7% of family businesses make it to the third generation. Besides the business success, what we've been able to do in the community has also been a real source of satisfaction for me.
Well, I love that my roots are here. I love the national parks. I love the area. It's a great place to raise a family.
When you work for yourself or have a business with people that rely on you, that it's very satisfying, and you want to do everything you can to make them proud of you, but also take care of them. And it makes you work hard and try to be your best every day.